Hey everybody.
Hey everybody. Welcome to The Gathering. I'm Brittany.
I'm Carlisha.
And I am Janelle. We are, as usual, super ecstatic to be with you guys again. We have so much to discuss. So we're going to hop right in, right, girls?
Yes. Let's hit the
Oh my gosh. Favorite season. It's here. We've been talking about it for the last few gabs. Fall is in the building. Point blank. And to the period. And so today we wanted to talk about one of our fall finds. And for us, that is decoration. We love decoration. We love just being able to bring the season into your home, which I feel like that's what Decor does. Some people go a little crazy and bring the season into their car. Not judging. I like that.
Do your thing.
Don't do it, but I like it. And so let's talk a little bit about decor and what you guys like to do to kind of jazz up your house for the fall season.
Well, I am a fanatic for flowers. Like, I just love flowers. I love fresh flowers. I have some that are artificial too because, I just like to keep them around. But I love flowers, and so I now start to shop for fall colored flowers. My favorite flower for fall, like one of my favorites, is a sunflower anyway. It has very sentimental value for me, but it's perfect for the fall. So right now I have a bouquet of some sunflowers and then this beautiful like purple daisy type of situation. And so it is perfect for fall. So I keep fall flowers throughout my house for the fall time. That's like my favorite fall decor.
What about you, Corley?
Well, unfortunately, the wonderful, beautiful, I love fall foliage. I love fall colors and all of the things, but unfortunately, my aesthetic doesn't really lend itself to fall colors. The girls know, and everybody who knows that my two favorite colors are black and white. So, unfortunately, if bright orange and browns and green doesn't really go with your decor, I think that you can still pull in fall no matter what your color scheme is. I've seen pumpkins in rose gold, I've seen them in blue and gray, and so I do have some fall decor. They came from Walmart and Home Goods, just your regular local stores. I found like a beautiful little black and white fall sign and some black and white pumpkins, so it still brings in the fall, but it still goes with my color scheme. So that's what I do. Oh, I also love fall smells. So of course I have my candles, and I like a good cranberry kind of woody scent that kind of really gives you that fall feel.
Oh my gosh, I love it. I love everything you guys shared. And I think my favorite thing is like a combination of both of you guys. I love kind of being myself and letting it mesh with whatever's in my home, but also I really love like fresh looking things like fall foliage, flowers. So I have a bunch of fall flowers that I got from the Dollar Tree. I just collected over the years, and I do my little fall bouquet. I have that outside, and I love pumpkins and owls and things of that nature. So I have like pumpkins on top of the fridge, pumpkins on the bar. I have pumpkins on the, what is this called? I guess it's like the console or whatever. So I love to kind of put it everywhere. I like to feel my fall, smell my fall in every room in my house. So that's what I do to decorate the fall.
Very nice. Well, speaking of fall, one of the first holidays, and to kind of commemorate the fall season is Halloween. So guys, Halloween costumes. Is it your thing? Is it not your thing? If it is your thing, what do you like to do, or what are you seeing when it comes to Halloween?
I dressed up for Halloween as a child, but kind of growing up, I mean, I didn't really go to a lot of like Halloween parties or Halloween events, so I really didn't even think to dress up until I began working at a university, and I would see people dressed up, and we would kind of have like spirit activities or whatever for colleges. And so even at work we have where we would all dress up. And so I kind of participated in it more as an adult than I ever did as a child. This year will be a little different, but I've been seeing a lot of people are a little bummed about not being able to celebrate Halloween like they usually would because of course, the pandemic. But I've been seeing a lot of people, they're just planning to stay home, dress up in their costumes, and eat popcorn or candy on the couch watching a great fall movie.
Yeah. I don't generally dressed up. I would say I started in college. I've been two things for all of the Halloweens of my life. I have either been a cat or a clown. It's easy to be a clown because you just put some crazy makeup on, and I got a bow from the Dollar Tree, and that's what I was. So this year, I might be a butterfly because, do you remember, Corlisha, we were supposed to be butterflies at work.
I was a butterfly.
She was a butterfly. I didn't get to be a butterfly, but we were all supposed to be, it was supposed to be a bunch of butterflies just flying around. And I wasn't able to participate, but I still have that. So I might be a butterfly, but we'll see. We'll see. I just don't think that Halloween should necessarily be canceled. I think people should still celebrate the season in whatever way, they can.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. Halloween is always very special to me because it's my mother's birthday. And so that has been my focus, my highlight. I didn't do a whole lot of dressing up. I would participate when I was younger, but I have a lot of younger siblings. So it was more so being there with them, trick-or-treating with them, but I wouldn't have to dress up. I was fine with that. In college, like you two, we would go to costume parties. And so that was my first year my first years actually doing something, kind of being excited about it. But beyond that, I love my mom's birthday more than anything. And I don't know, I may do something, but probably not. But it's okay. I want to celebrate Mama. So
happy early birthday, Mama.
Happy birthday, Mama. The mamas of the gathering are our biggest supporters, just so you guys know.
I totally agree. And speaking of Halloween and costumes and characters and clowns, can we talk about, should we talk about, so you guys know how we feel about the election, how we feel about politics, and how we feel about the importance of people being world citizens and really getting involved. And so lately we've been having our presidential debate, our vice presidential debate, and we previously had the vice presidential debate. Tell me, you guys, how did that go for y'all? How did that go?
There were a lot of memes that were born as a result of the vice presidential debate. And first, for it to even be that type of party, that type of situation where a meme can be born is something to me, because it's supposed to be serious and fact-based and talking about the issues. But I think my favorite meme, though, is the "I'm speaking," when we had to remind people about respect and decorum. I should not have to remind you that when my mouth is moving and words are coming out, that is not your turn. Like, we shouldn't have to do that, right? But our good candidate said, "I'm speaking," verbally, but then we also had a lot of body language that was like, okay, again. So I don't know. I don't think that in the position that you're in, we should have to remind each other about decorum and respect and how to have an effective debate. It's not an argument. Like, it's not here. There shouldn't be tense. We're just talking about the issues, and we should do that respectfully. And for me to have to remind you is a problem. But I think that is my favorite meme as a result of the debate, for sure.
Yeah.
I think I heard more conversations about the fly
Yeah,
than I did any of the words that they said. Like, literally, all I saw was memes about this fly, which was indicative of some of the caca that we heard. I was like, the fly was having the best week ever. I definitely think that their debate was a lot more civilized than the first debauchery of a debate. It sounded more aligned with what I know to be a presidential debate than we saw from the actual presidential debate. I think some people called it boring, but that's what a debate's not supposed to be. It's not supposed to sound like kids bickering on the schoolyard. It's supposed to be a debate where people are talking about issues, and I definitely think that there were a lot of interesting rhetoric, which we don't necessarily agree with, but I definitely think that it was certainly more civilized than the first one. So I hope in the next presidential debate that they do take a note from the vice presidential debate, and to at least, regardless of the rhetoric that you're spreading, it should be civil. When somebody is asking to speak, you allow them to, and I hope that the moderator will facilitate that. I am hopeful that it will be better. I don't have high hopes, but I am hopeful.
Well, I'm happy that your hopes are yet present. I am also hopeful. There's two things I want to say. For the vice president debate, with these debates, there are questions that are asked and some of them are going unanswered. And I get that candidates may not want to answer certain questions because they don't want to offer information that may turn their supporters in any way. That's basically what's going on. But I also feel like going forward in the future debates, there shouldn't even have to be statements of I'm speaking, because there are literally rules for the debate. You literally have a time frame to answer your question, and these people are fully ignoring the moderator, fully ignoring the rules that they agreed on. And so that to me is slightly frustrating. And then they're using their time for a specific question to pose a rebuttal for the previous response, and it's not giving us the information we need to make an informed decision. So that to me is slightly frustrating. What's also frustrating is the focus on a said candidate's facials. I feel like as a Black woman, something that's extremely focused on is how I look at things and how I respond to things. And if I don't necessarily have a smile on my face, then I'm angry, or I have an attitude, or, you know, whatever. Like you said, Britt, there were so many memes, but a lot of them were about, you know, attitudes being given, and that frustrated me, because why does it have to be that? Why can it not be like, oh, I'm not being respected right now in this forum, and it's making me feel a certain type of way, and so no, I'm not pleased, and so my face does not show that. But it wasn't that. It went a little further for me. But anyway, I, like you, Corley, have some hopes. However, they are not high, but I did hear that there were some new things that they were going to try to put in place so that the next presidential debate is a little more formal, a little better regulated. And so one of the things I heard is that they are going to move forward with muting the mics of the presidential candidates when their time is up. How is that going to go? I don't know. Is this true? I don't know, but we are going to be seeing really soon.
That's it.
That's it. That's all we got. We're just being hopeful people. We hope you guys are too.
Just vote, guys.
Just vote, please. Yeah. And speaking of, or remaining on the subject of pressing issues and a call for action, we want to talk briefly about everything that's going on in Nigeria with SARS. My heart goes out to all of those in Nigeria right now, and it just feels very consistent to what we're going through right now. You know, it's very much on par with what we have going on. They were initially put together to counteract some of the violence that's going on in the community in Nigeria, but they have become notorious for excessive force and police brutality. And so how the world was banding behind what was going on here in the States, we have now started to try to band behind Nigeria and everything that's going on with SARS. And so we have the hashtags EndSARS. People are posting about it. People are talking about it because it's a big deal. There have been some recent events that have started to kind of like put a spotlight rather on some of the things that's been going on there. And it is just like, again, it's very reminiscent of what we're experiencing here when it comes to police brutality. So we are standing in solidarity with you, Nigeria, and hoping that we can see some much needed change.
Agreed. When I first read about the story, I was telling the girls, I was like, the first thing I thought about was like, man, everybody got trouble with the police. I mean, no matter where you are, you can't catch a break. I agree with you, Brittany. It did feel very reminiscent of some of the things that we've been through here in this country, where special task forces and special things were put into place to decrease illegal activity. But what it ended up doing was actually targeting certain groups, targeting certain people, and it being used as a tool for like abuse and mistreatment, and it's awful. So definitely we stand with them. And so this is just another example that health law enforcement is something that has to be addressed on a global level, because it's not just happening in our backyard, it's happening everywhere. And so law reform is something that I hope that our candidates and candidates around the world are really taking seriously, because it definitely needs an overhaul for sure.
Yeah, I definitely agree. And I think that one of the ways that you can even know how to be helpful is to stay informed. They are updating the news on Nigeria quite frequently. I think the most updated information I saw is that the death toll now has risen to 56 total dead. And there's fires being set to prisons. There's just so much going on. So try staying informed. Definitely for things like this, they have relief funds. You always want to research your relief funds to make sure that the funds are actually going to direct relief for the actual situation. But stay informed, read up, watch the news. You know, as much as we're on social media these days, there's other media that we can tune into to be informed and really know what's going on in the world.
All right, guys. So on a lighter note, what about cuffing season? So apparently cuffing season runs from late September through mid-February. Now, why would that be? So basically, cuffing season is a certain season to where it's during the cooler months, and it runs through all of your major holidays: Thanksgiving, Christmas, New Year's, and Valentine's Day. So yes, perfect. And so it's during a time where you find yourself cuddled up with someone to kind of keep you warm during those chilly months. So now that we have hashtag CovidCuffing, which may have started a bit sooner, because if you are in the house, then you may have wanted the company of another. So what do you guys think? Do you believe in cuffing season? Has any of you ever participated in cuffing season?
Oh yeah. I believe in cuffing season because during the hot season, hot girl summer, hot boy summer, don't touch me. We don't need skin to skin. You know what I'm saying? It's too hot. I sweat a lot. I don't like to be that moist. You know what I mean? But when it gets cooler, you want something to bring that warmth and that heat. And that something is usually like a person. You want somebody to get gifts from, to celebrate holidays with, to introduce people to. Like, mama, remember you said I didn't bring nobody last year, but I got somebody this year. But yeah, so I've definitely celebrated and participated in cuffing season. And I just don't think that it should be canceled due to COVID. Like, let's just change it around a little bit. The cuffing must continue. I love cuffing season. Cuff it up.
Cuff on, people. Cuff on.
Cuff on.
Oh, cuff on. I think that just continue to be safe. You know, at first we were cuffing season, we wanted to be safe in other ways, so that just safely cuffing. But now we just want to make sure that we are upping our safety measures. So we're in the house. Maybe you're limiting other things so that you're not bringing COVID into your cuff. But I think that we can safely cuddle, and that's safe, and it's fine, and it's enjoyable. And a nice fall movie. Corlicia loves a good fall movies, and fireplaces, and apple cider, and all of that. Why not? Enjoy yourselves, people.
I agree. How do you...
With who you cuffing with, though, you know, making sure that you guys are taking all the necessary precautions. Don't just be cuffing with a lot of different people. Just cuff with selected ones.
Yeah, cuff, but make it cute. Okay, don't do all that extra cuffing in a way that can be unsafe. No cuffing and cuddling and coughing. If you coughing, don't be cuffing.
You gotta have some conditions on your cuff. You can't just have unconditional cuffing with everybody. Conditions on that cuff, people.
I agree. How do you guys think that people are gonna go about meeting their cuff potentials? Like, what does dating and cuffing and hooking up and connecting look like with COVID?
I think that people online is going to be a big resource, and I think it always was, but I don't think we have the luxury of like meeting people at bars or restaurants or even church like we maybe could in the past. So I definitely think online is going to be a great resource. Like, somebody posts online, I'm lonely, me too, cuff on. I don't know. It seems doable.
Yeah, like, you like my status, I slide in your DM. It's that simple.
Where you at?
Where are you? Send me your location. You know what I mean? I agree. I think that virtual and online is definitely reaching an all-time high, because even when you do go out, I think people are not necessarily getting more comfortable with going out, but I feel like they're realizing that life can't stop, and so they're still doing things and trying to go places in very safe ways. But when you go out, you're all covered up. You got your sunglasses on with the mask, with your gloves. Now it's chilly outside, so you got on, a coat. It's like people don't see who you are, and we all know that physical attraction has a big part to play in cuffing and connecting and things of that nature. So I think online, shoot all your shots, throw out all your little lines online. Why not?
Just be safe. But we don't think that you should not enjoy the company of the people that you care about. And we don't think that all types of social interactions need to stop. Just do it safely.
Yeah.
That's it.
Definitely agree. That is it. Is there anything else you guys want to share before we go?
I mean, there's always so much, but I think you've given the people enough today. I think that we have talked about some hot topics, and we'll save some for the next Gather Gab.
Yeah, we will. Thank you guys for joining us. It was super fun to chat again. Can't wait to see you. Bye.
Bye.